Hello and welcome to 31 and Counting and the Big O Show, starring Orestes Estrada.
What's up, partner? Good show.
Hola, compadre.
Yeah, listen, it's getting serious now. It's been serious all season long, but 31 and counting. There's no doubt that the Rays need to keep pushing, keep plugging, and keep handing the ball to one guy named Razz-Matazz.
Good strategy.
I know. And by the way, great show. Talking Bucks, talking Rays. Had your boy TJ on there. But
boy, did he get screwed.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one.
You've been through it, bro.
Yeah.
We've all been through it in this crazy business. You get hired to get fired.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And don't get it after 20, 21 years of great coverage, great voice, great personality, and knowing this team inside and out.
You would think that would be a prerequisite for filling the job.
Important, and especially at a level of NFL, which is the league, right? About the only other league that compares to the NFL is the Premier League, because to be honest with you, the MLB, NBA, NHL doesn't compare to the other three-letter word NFL.
No.
It just doesn't, or acronym. But our good thoughts go out to TJ Reeves. As far as the Rays, it's interesting with football that you hand the ball every time to the same star quarterback, right?
Yeah.
If only you could do that in baseball, but that's not the case. It's just such a hard game as far as how much wear and tear on the arm and how many pitches you throw. Case in point, Drew Rasmussen, 7th straight win, exactly 100 pitches. He needs a few days off before he gets back on that wagon, but he sure has put himself smack in the middle of being a true ace. And I don't say that lightly because, it's just aces aren't that frequent. I mean, every team says they have one, JP, but there's really not that many aces in the game of baseball. There's really, maybe 10 or 12 that are true aces that when you go into the game, you feel that there is a great, great chance the team lifts up the energy, the momentum, the confidence. Those are those type of guys like him right now in the major leagues. It's obviously Drew Rasmussen, a shade above Martinez, I think, because of the fact that now he's been doing it for 2 or 3 seasons now. He definitely did it last year. Martinez is kind of like, we just love what Nick is doing, and he's in the hunt of a Cy Young potential. But it's him, it's Schlittler for the Yankees, it's Cease for obviously for the Blue Jays. Those are the guys that are true aces in the American League in my book. Obviously, it was Skubal for Detroit, but now he's on the other side. But when you're talking about the American League, he is one of the top 3 or 4 guys and positioning himself for that incredible award potential, actually, at 14-5.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. I mean, because he's just not known as that guy, but he has the second lowest ERA over baseball over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I think Ohtani's number 1 and he's number 2. I think I saw that on the Rays broadcast.
The consistency has been
unbelievable.
Really. And last year, what was it, about 150 innings? So, you add 20% more, so he's on, he's comfortably can be around that 175, 180 inning level of work. So that puts him in the talks, but you also want to navigate. It's such a quandary right now because you said it, and right before the show we were talking and talking about the show and what we're going to talk about. 3.5 games up on the Yanks. Yanks were idle last night. Boston that still hanging tight at 6. There's 31 games left that you need to put the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? The metal to the pedal, because the reality is you can't let up. You need to hold on to that division title and dare I say the best record in the American League. So, which is going to be whoever wins the American League East, right? So
yeah, I can see Cash going into the room and saying, guys, we're 3.5 up as we come to September. We're not holding on to anything.
Nothing.
We are going to push to run away with this
Yes.
division. I'd like to see us get out to about an 8 to 10 game lead.
I don't think
and
that's
be able
going to
to-
happen.
That's what
These
you tell
other
them
guys,
anyway.
but 5 or
some
6,
urgency on 'em. Yeah.
stretch it out.
Yeah,
Stretch it
because
out.
there's always that hunt or be hunted mentality.
right.
You know? So go out there and hunt every win you can. Say we want to be rolling going into the postseason. Let's put together another good 17, 18 win month, and
Right.
let's kick ass.
And the last couple games have kind of been like that. Last night's game was, a microcosm of a typical Rays win, 4-1.
Yep.
Smart baseball. Obviously Chandler Simpson. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes and the streak that he's on. But pushing the runners around. Little drop a bunt, couple bunts, move the ball around, pop a jack, right? And then great pitching, great defense. So as a typical win, you got to start pressuring and continue to play that type of baseball, especially with a weather-beaten, Detroit Tigers that had a little chance a week ago to go and host Chicago White Sox and get back into their division, and have just fallen completely apart. Now they're 1-7 in the last 8 games. So do not let up. No let up at all in this team. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit later about the matchups, but you've got Ian Seymour on the mound looking for his 10th win, and he's been so versatile and so clutch. But getting back to Drew, when you look at the competition for the Cy Young, it's, obviously Schlittler's having a phenomenal year. Doesn't have as many wins. He's got 11 wins, 6 losses. But my goodness, a 2.17 ERA. His next start, I'm sure, will put him over the 200 strikeout range. He averages 8 or 9 strikeouts a game.
Season.
He's got 193, 37 walks. Just his walk to strikeout ratio phenomenal. Better even than Dylan Cease, who has 24 starts, but he's only 8-5. So many no decisions for Dylan Cease with the weak offense that the Toronto Blue Jays have had pretty much all season long. So as many people are like, wow, Dylan Cease has been great. His whip, and his batting average against, which I believe is 175. No doubt he's been dominating, but you only got 8 wins. That's not good. He's going to end up with what? Maybe 11 or 12 wins. That's just not going to do it for me. The guys that are in the competition are Schlittler. For me is Razz. For me is Martinez. For me is Sonny Gray at 16-3. You can't deny that. He's a pitch to contact guy. He's not overpowering, but 16-3. With a 2. What's Sonny at? 2.7 ERA, somewhere thereabouts. Maybe even 2.5. So you're those are the guys that are in the mix in my book. So that means that we've got 2 guys that potentially are in the mix in the running for a Cy Young. When was the last time that we've had not 1 but 2 pitchers viable in the Cy Young? When you think about the last Cy Young that we had, obviously it was Blake Snell. Before that was David Price. Maybe it was that Price Shields kind of era. Was the closest that we can say was a tandem that was that dominating. That's what these guys are doing right now.
Well, and to have those 2 available as your first 2 to go out during the playoffs, and just thinking out loud, does that playoff rotation, is it dependent on matchups? Because or do you go 1, 2, 3? Do you go righty, lefty, righty?
No.
How do you do it?
I mean, it depends on matchups. 3-4. So let's say hypothetically, which we're crossing our fingers and pulling for the Rays to hold on to that bye. They're going to start out in a 5-game series. Then you're looking at 1-2 has to be Razz and Nick Martinez. Then you match up. Is it going to be maybe a lefty like Shane McClanahan, depending on who he's matching up against, depending on what offense we're looking at, super heavy right-handed hitters, then maybe you want to start Peralta, for game 3. It also depends on potentially, where the series is at that point in time.
Yeah.
So, but in my guesstimations, it would be 1, 2, 3 with our main guys, which it would be Razz, Martinez, Shane, change it up, with a lefty, and then hope that Peralta continues to build a little bit of momentum. Every start has been a little better than the last. He's definitely not there yet, but it's been, you're seeing moments in the last start where the fastball was poppy and the changeup he used more proficiently. And so if he gets better, then I feel comfortable with that. It's interesting because you have Ian Seymour who's throwing tonight, and he's just done a fantastic job as a young pitcher. But I kind of use him maybe and slot him in the bullpen or for some sort of longer relief if there's a game that gets a little open somehow on the negative side. And then you circle back Game 5 to Drew Rasmussen. So those are your 4 guys with Drew in Game 5.
Now, they love the pitching, obviously. This team's been fantastic in that way. Going into postseason, you love your starters.
Yeah.
You love your bullpen. It's been good.
The bullpen's fine.
Is the offense
right
good
now,
enough?
I think the bullpen's going to be okay. Especially, and we'll talk here in a minute after we talk about the offense, the addition and the return of Manny Ramirez is going to be Manny Rodriguez. Manny Rodriguez is going to be fantastic. Great to see him back on the mound. The offense is the question, and when you get into postseason play, what happens is that now you're facing everybody's talking about aces. All the teams in the playoffs do have true aces. Elite pitching, elite bullpen. Though, however, the American League Central and West have been not as strong. You're still facing some of the best. Yeah. And so the hitting now becomes a problem. Where are you going to get your big bops? Where are you going to get your home runs? Obviously, the tremendous trio are going to be, asked and pressured into that situation. But that's where Liam Hicks really comes into play here. And that was the acquisition. The acquisition was a 2-part acquisition. You get a guy that's a run producer, puts the ball in play with authority, not just a little singles hitter. The guy hits doubles and homers and is a great RBI guy, great risk guy. But also, so you're trying to use him to stretch your lead and maintain your lead and confirm your lead. But then you get into the playoffs, you need that bat. Now, again, this guy's never played in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ryan Blade has never played in the playoffs. Junior Camaro's never played in the playoffs. You know what I mean? When you think about our offense, Jonathan Aranda, for that matter, well, I take it back. They were on the bench, back in 23?
Yeah.
They were on the bench. They weren't really playing,
players, right.
So these guys are all new to that. That's going to be, it is a concern. Let's not kid ourselves. And that's another reason why holding on, I just feel Kevin Cash knowing that we need to hold on to this.
We don't want a wild card.
We do not want to play that game.
No.
We don't want to play with that game. We'll play it if it falls, on our lap, and that's what happens, and we somehow fold here in the last 31 games. But if they hold on to that lead, hold on to both the AL title and also full home field advantage throughout the playoffs, now you have a 5-game series and a 7-game series where you hold 3 of the games at home, 4 of the games at home. Feel good about that. You got to feel really good about that.
Open up that upper deck. Trop will be rocking, bro.
Listen, with the excitement that's going on right now, we're in a week of a potential excitement this coming Thursday and Friday. We're going to celebrate it hopefully right here at Kingmakers. Talk a little bit about that and what we're planning to do.
We are going to go to the county. In fact, there was a question here from Alejandro. It says, Orestes, will you be at one of the votes?
Yeah,
whether it be city vote Thursday or county vote with us on Friday. So the Peterman group is going to be on Friday.
The Peterman party.
I figured we might as well go to the final vote.
Yeah.
And by the way, if the city for some reason doesn't vote for, all bets are off. There won't even be a vote for the county. So know that. So the county will vote Friday morning. So we're going to get there probably about 8:30. So you've got to get there early because it's a limited amount of seats. There'll be a lot of people. If you want to go to the Thursday City Commission,
what time is that at?
That is at 9:30. That's at 9:30. Have at it. There'll be public comment. In fact, I encourage all of you Petermans to go to both.
Yeah,
I can't do both.
I might go to both, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
this is
it's important.
It's important, man, and we need to support it. We need to be there, and no doubt, what happens on Thursday, I think. You tell me. I mean, both are separate councils, and they have theirs set up already. We're sitting here on a Tuesday before a Thursday and Friday vote, but we nailed down that Thursday vote. It's almost like the county commissioners, go to bed that night knowing, holy shit, the city went ahead and passed it 4-3, whatever, obviously, we're hoping for 4-3. It changes the whole spectrum of things as to what Friday means. So it starts with Thursday. It's like you win. It's funny because it's almost like a 2 out of 3 wild card series. You win game 1, all you got to do is win game 2, and the series is over. So we have home field advantage on it, and let's go ahead and support Thursday and Friday. So I'm planning to do that because this is going to be big.
Okay. All right. Well, I may do the same. Well, I got to do a show Thursday at 10 o'clock, so I won't be able to do that.
Yeah, I'll represent. I'll represent with the Petermans and whoever, and
that's even better.
Meet up. Yeah,
that's even better. So Friday show we're going to push back to noon to 2.
Yeah, for
the JP show. Then O show 2:30 to 3:30.
I'll call in from there, by the way.
Yeah, and then nice, yeah, absolutely.
Around 10:30 or so, I can call in.
Perfect.
Give you a little man on the scene.
Perfect. And then 6:30, we're going to do a little soiree here at Kingmakers
celebration.
Celebration of the vote, and also a little Bucks preseason, and we'll watch the Rays Padres as well.
Who do they got on Friday?
The Bucks, they got the Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
They did joint practices with them today, and evidently there was a couple scuffles, dust up,
kerfuffle,
a kerfuffle or two.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
That usually happens in those.
Yeah. Speaking of the votes, by the way, so what's popped up today is these final documents, according to the Tampa Bay Business Journal, the build out of the $8 billion.
Yes, I saw something about that.
Mixed-use project is not guaranteed in this deal. Now, it's my understanding that the first phase, which is hotel, condo, bars and restaurants, the main phase with the stadium will be the first phase.
Right.
Okay. The second and third phases are more. I think there's going to be a concert venue. If they feel like because obviously there's this concert venue. This thing is going to be a concert venue.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is still on the drawing board.
Correct.
And so there's some hesitancy that the money coming back to the city and the county is dependent on that build out. Well, what they don't tell you is they've built in other revenue streams now for the city and the county. Like the rent went from $1 million to $4 million.
Wow.
So this is part of the give and take. So the give was the take from the city and the county was we want more money up front. We want more money up front, in a rent. So if you're looking at $4 million in rent now, so now that's money that you have to offset for what the city and the county are giving.
Right.
So now there's also going to be property taxes on the luxury boxes and premium seating. So that's a whole nother revenue stream coming back. So while that is true, two things. Number one, if you could build a condo tower and sell those condos for $5 million each, $5 to $10 million each is what some of these condos are going for here in Tampa now. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you build that? There's an enormous profit built into that.
Sure.
You build a condo tower. I mean, that's, 150, 200
and
units.
And finding those builders, they'd be jonesing for that property.
Yeah, for that property.
The related group down in Miami.
You know how easy it would be the prices to be in that iconic development right there. Yeah. That's why these prices go crazy. So, I mean, if you
got the new one right by you over there, the Aqua.
Yeah.
That thing is gorgeous.
Huge. And that whole West Shore area there.
So you build.
They can't find a piece of land pops up, condo tower goes up.
Yeah.
And all of this is going to be zoned for that multifamily use. So my question is like, why wouldn't they develop it? Why wouldn't they continue to do that, which are going to throw off more taxes? It doesn't make any sense that they would. Now, if there's something happened to the real estate market, which of course has happened before,
sure,
I could see some of that trending down, but it's Florida. It's in the premier spot in Florida. Well, everything else will be affected before this spot. This is still going to be where the premium real estate is.
Around a major.
Long story short is there was give and take when it came to that. And also, if you're saying I'm not going to vote for it because of that, I think that's, I don't know. I would think that's a very big stretch to think that they're not going to develop that.
No,
you're getting the land basically for free. Well, not for free. I mean, you're putting in $1.37 billion of the stadium cost, but that's for the stadium. We get it. But the rest of it, that's part of the deal.
It's just a development.
So that's what makes the deal work, quite frankly, because that gets the money available for the HC College, which moves the college, which allows the stadium to be built, which allows us to develop on land that's never been developed on before and wasn't going to be. So, but for this project, none of this would be happening. So, yeah, I don't think that should be a huge deal. And I don't think it'll keep people from voting for it. All right, let's continue. We want to talk about Chandler Simpson and his 15-game
How about
hit
this
streak.
kid? Yeah, this kid's been just fantastic. After having a little bit of a slump in June, kind of coincided with a couple other guys that were slumping and the team generally slumping the early parts of June. They came out of it, thankfully, towards the end of June. So did he. Since July 1st, he's been hitting at almost a 400 clip. He's got a 15-game hitting streak. He had 2 more hits yesterday, both infield hits. And here's the thing, and I've been saying it from the beginning of the season, once I saw this kid last year and in spring training and going into the season. I said before, and Kevin Cash just kind of reaffirmed it in a post-game interview. I don't think it was yesterday's game. It was the game before, where they were talking about Chandler and the streak that he's going. And he said something very curious, and this is what I've been saying. He's not just a little slap and run hitter. He has that in his back pocket. He's an actual hitter. I mean, that was one of the first things when I heard about Chandler Simpson and I watched him and paid attention to him as a former hitter. Is this guy a real major league hitter? Can he actually drive the ball into the outfield? Can he, hit different type pitches, like breaking pitches along with just fastballs? Yes, like he is a batsmith, which happens to have speed. What happened was the league said, shoot, we got to start throwing this guy high fastball. And he did start popping up a little bit. Now has his hands a little higher, and he's coming down on the ball. And lately, a lot of his hits have been on high fastballs, but he's lining them down into the outfield, right? Anything below his waist, that's a strike. He's grounding it in or hitting bullets in the corners. But when the ball hits the ground, forget about it, right? 53 leads the world in infield hits this year.
Yes.
And in bunt hits by far. But 53 is, first and foremost. And he's up to 312 now. So just been consistent. His outfield play still, continues to work. And he still has some days. In fact, in the last week or so, he's had a couple of bad routes, but he's also made some good plays too. So I'm not concerned about that.
Injured last night when he knee dug in that turf.
The knee deal was a little, but that was a great catch. The bottom line is that this kid has become a special player. Would not be surprised. Again, it's hard to talk about what any team is going to do this offseason with any player as far as signings. But in a normal world, you'd be tying that kid up and just go ahead and do one of these sweetheart deals, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Because he's that type of a player.
I don't think he'll ever be cheaper than he is now.
Yeah, he's affordable now. He's 25.
I think he's going to keep getting better.
He's only going to keep getting better. He'll be hitting arbitration soon. He's already, now he's got 2 years in the big leagues. Now next year will be his pre-arbitration year. Then all of a sudden he's going to jump into $4 or $5 million. Why not tie this guy up if you see him as your future? And I believe he is. I see, when we talk about the 29ers, 2029, I see him one of these guys that are ushering in this new stadium.
Yeah.
So great job that he's doing. And again, you go into, is this going to play in the playoffs? totally plays in the playoffs. I'm not worried about him. What I'm worried about in the playoffs is the driving in the runs and getting, how often are we going to be small balling when against some really good unique pitchers.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But as far as he can hit anybody and everybody, lefty, right, no problem. So love what he's doing, and it kind of ties in together with the all-stars that we have, including, the aforementioned Martinez's and obviously, Razz-Matazz there and Drew Rasmussen, and then on the back end, a great job that Kelly and Baker are doing. But, now you add another force, and that is, Manny Rodriguez. I think I was so excited for him to get back on there as a former player and a guy that, I tore my ankle towards the end of a season, and I had a 6 months rehab. One doctor said, I don't know if you're going to ever be able to play again.
Damn.
Yeah, it was scary. When I was at AAA, leading all of AAA, I ended up still winning. I did this, I'll never forget. It was, mid-August, and I was leading the International League in home runs and RBIs. This is a year where Cecil Fielder was in the International League, Freddie McGriff was in the International League, and I was leading everybody in home runs and RBIs. Ended up still winning Player of the Year. I fractured, dislocated, had a Buster Posey play.
Oh,
remember Buster Posey at home?
Oh, yeah.
Why they came up with the home, before they did away with the second base thing, they did away with the home plate, remember?
Yeah, collisions, yeah.
So the catcher, so mine was to break up a double plate. Davey Magadan, in fact, who's been on our show, was at third base in Tidewater, and I went to break up a double play. My spike caught. My whole ankle went behind my leg, tore all my ligaments in my front part of my ankle, fractured, dislocated my fibula, and dislocated my ankle. So when I actually tried to stand up, and I looked down, and my foot was behind me.
Oh.
And yeah, man. I had a trainer, Kevin Rand, who for many years, for like 20 years, was a trainer for the Detroit Tigers. Coincidentally, we're playing the Tigers. He was also my trainer. I was fortunate that I had a coaching staff and a trainer that went up with me all the way from A-ball, AA, and AAA. And that was Kevin Rand was my trainer in A-ball, my trainer in AA, my trainer in AAA. And then years later was my trainer with the Florida Marlins, believe it or not. He was the head trainer with the Marlins. So he and I have had quite the connection. But he ran out, and he put his hand. I stood up, realized what happened. I collapsed on the ground. He came out and grabbed my arm, and he said, "Are you all right?" And I bit his arm. He always still gives me shit about it 35 years, 30 years later.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine the pain.
Oh, dude. And so that took – the first doctor that I went to said, "Boy, you really – he didn't say bro, but he said, kid, you really did a number here. I don't know." And I started crying.
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't know. I mean, this is going to be – it's going to be delicate. We're going to have surgery." The Yankees flew me to New York. Long story short, thank God for the greatest orthopedic surgeon that I can say I ever know. His name is Dr. Bonanno, who is the the Yanks orthopedic surgeon at NYU University Hospital, and he fixed me up. He tied everything together, and he said, "Listen, you got to listen to everything I said. Week to week, month to month. It's going to take you 6 to 8 months." And sure enough, so this was August. I was back in time for spring training, but that first time that I came back, and I was in big league camp with the Yanks in '87. In fact, I had a great year. Got called up to the major leagues that year. That first time back in a real game in spring training was so impactful. It was almost emotional. So when I see a guy come back who's been gone like a Shane McClanahan for 2 years, a Manny Rodriguez for over a year. I think it was last June when he went down. It's like emotional for me. I really pull for these guys.
Yeah, and there's a lot of emotions going through them too.
It is, man. And he, first pitch, double. Then he punches out a couple of guys. The slider looked really good. He backed up a couple, and he overthrew a couple. But he also threw about 4 of them that were the old school Manny Rodriguez sliders. Because that dude has a nasty wipeout slider. And he's throwing 95, 96. And then he'll throw a nice little 90-mile-an-hour change-up sinker. and he gets out of it. He walks a guy, but then he gets another punch out. I was so happy for him because you knew he was just going to pitch that one inning, and then we got to the ninth, and Kelly took care of it. Baker took care of it. Here's the deal. That guy could be monumental for the Rays the rest of the way and into the playoffs. Time.
You get a strikeout guy that
you get a strikeout white guy against a righty.
Yeah.
So when you got two nasty righties coming up, and it's the seventh inning, and you're just trying to get to Kelly Baker,
right?
So you're using him against a righty. I'm sorry, but if he's right, he steps over Legumina now, right? So which Legumina's kind of been in that position.
Yeah, but man, he's got much better stuff.
Boom. Yeah. You put Legumina, you get a nasty lefty hitter. Oh, by the way, you have Boozer. You also have Wells, who they hit 170 against him because of that nasty changeup.
Yep.
So he's kind of your lefty specialist, along with Clevenger and obviously Boozer. Now it's almost like adding Hicks
and Seymour will go to the bullpen too.
And Seymour will go to the bullpen too and give you a different angle, because I love bullpen wise. What you look for is not only guys that are throwing strikes and filling up the zone, but different looks. So you have Kelly from down here, you got Baker from up here, and you got Seymour from down here. Changes everything for the hitters. So I really look at Manny as almost being a Liam Hicks addition. You just fortified that lineup of bullpen
without
pieces
having to make a move.
Having to make a move.
Huge.
So he's actually a late season trade, if you will.
Yeah, and it could be the same with Fraley and Jacob Melton and Gavin Lux. I mean,
would
all
love
those guys might come up and make a difference. You just don't know.
You can get Victor Mesa Jr. back into the fold.
Yes, we'll have options in all these playoff rounds.
Yes.
And who's going to be on the roster?
Exactly.
In September, a lot of these guys will get called up and hopefully get used to being back in the big leagues and be ready to produce in the postseason.
No doubt. All
right, let's thank our sponsors, Texas Roadhouse of Wesley Chapel. You see in the lower right-hand corner there, one of the great family restaurants right up there off of Highway 56 in Wesley Chapel, right near the outlet malls, right near Wiregrass Malls. Fantastic food. Great location. Love those folks.
Outstanding service. Again, the experience is great. The comfort food at a comfortable price, and we just love them. And they've been an award-winning of the 8 that are in the area. They're the ones that people love, and again, easy access, and so much more going around that Wesley Chapel area. So come on down and check them out.
Home of the hot buns. Yeah, baby. Also, Murphy Auto Group. Genesis of Tampa is one of their dealerships, making deals over there just off of Bears Avenue, 801 East Bears Avenue, just off of 275. I drove in there, drove away with a GV70, a beautiful white pearl, and couldn't love it more.
Listen.
No payments for 90 days and free gasoline.
Man, dame la gasolina. You love that car, and every time that I pull up and you're here before me with your show, I kind of see it and I go, man, there's JP's ride looking mean compared to what you had before with that beat up damn BMW you had.
My scootabout. Ashley likes to call it my scootabout.
You've done well. And also, speaking of Murphy Auto Group, dealerships, if you're over in Haines City or the Orlando, Polk County area, by all means, visit Miracle Toyota, award-winning. They had a historic July and having another great month in August. The great thing about the Murphy Auto Group, they're about doing deals, man. They go visit them. They do deals. They're community people. They're charity people. And they're also customer people. So ask for Fahad over there, the general manager. Awesome dude. And I think you met him here one time with the double-breasted suits. He's sharp as hell.
Fly.
He's super fly
and
ready for a deal. So don't forget about them, and obviously where we're hosting our show here at the Great Kingmakers. Many of you Petermans have already visited here and seen what a great situation is over here. And
come visit on Friday.
Yeah.
6:30.
Big week.
Open house.
I can't say enough what a big week it is. Rays hopefully keep winning and then win at the end of the week.
Could be a huge week. By the way, if you plan on coming to the vote Friday and the party on Friday night, please email me, jp@thejppetersonshow.com, and RSVP. Let me know you're coming. jp@thejppetersonshow.com.
And let's not forget our fine lady Amy D at Lily Lux Rescreen.
Yes.
How
do you like your screen porch now?
Love it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what a job they did. Last week they came out one day, boom, had this big patio that needed to be screened in and redone, and just a phenomenal job. So I could tell you firsthand, just like I could tell you about Murphy Auto Group firsthand. JP can tell you about their cars. We could tell you about the Texas Roadhouse. I could tell you about Lily Lux Rescreen and what a great job they do. It's like a concierge. She came out, walked you through everything, explained what was going to be done. She had her 3 workers there. They were on point, and fantastic service, fantastic equipment, and just can't say enough. So if you've got those tires, worn out cages, and you want them brought back to life, by all means, check them out, and they'll do complete rescreens, or they can do a complete cage if you need it. They can cover it all. Oh, by the way, they go far and wide. Wesley Chapel, Lutz, Land O'Lakes, Carrollwood, South Tampa, you name it. Obviously, St. Pete, Clearwater, including Sarasota and Bradenton. So they'll go far and wide for you. 813-447-0431. 813-447-0431. Ask for Amy D. She loves to talk sports. And you can reach her, obviously, at lilyluxrescreen.com.
All right, let's get to the comments and questions. Rick says, hey, did Tally bite Big O yet? She's not used to seeing people like him in JP's neighborhood. Hey, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Tally's an equal
What's up,
opportunity.
girl?
She's an equal opportunity doggy.
Equal
opportunity. In fact, we got a couple. I don't know if you. Oh, can you send the pictures and put it up? The one where she's wearing the Rays hat.
The Rays hat.
You'll have to do that for tomorrow.
Okay, I'll do that for tomorrow.
You'll have to put those on. Tally's.
Just making it a.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, there she goes.
Come here, Mama. She's trying to open the door and get out of the show. Tally,
hey, get over here.
Come here.
Get over here.
She's a good one.
Be a good girl.
She's a Dwight Gooden.
She is. She's the best. And I tell you what, if she was a shortstop, dude.
Can she catch?
Oh, my God.
Is she a
my God.
Taylor Walls?
Oh, Taylor Walls.
You see the plays that Taylor Walls made? Speaking of Chandler in left field, because of the voluminous left center in Detroit, he has to play a little bit more left center, right?
Oh, yeah, that pop-up he had.
Dude, 2 of them.
Play. Yeah.
That was people don't realize how hard a play that is, because I played first base for most of my 15 years, and that was my toughest play. Was the one over my shoulder that you're running and trying to make that catch. I was always hoping for the second baseman to call me off, especially if I knew.
Or the right fielder, yeah.
Well, it depends, because you already know. You look when you're in the infield, you know it's, let's say, a big lefty, so right fielder's playing deep. You're like, a pop-up behind you, it's either you or the second baseman.
Right.
He is so good at that. Taylor Walls is so good. So Tally can make those plays?
Oh, my God. See,
phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Are you being biased? Or
no,
she
I'm serious.
She can catch.
I put so many videos on my social media, but she could be like 5 yards away.
Right.
Tennis ball on the ground. And I kick it with the flip-flop and it gets a little elevation. She's just like, she just snags it. It's unbelievable. You've never seen anything like it.
She's like Pudge
it's
Rodriguez.
It's got to be coming at her like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And she just snatches.
Is she framing though? Is
she get the called strike every time.
Is she doing one of these?
It's not even a jerky effort. It's just like, just snatches it like it's nothing. Wags her tail. It's like, give me another one. Give me another one.
She's framing.
Come on.
She's framing like Jose.
Oh,
she kind of looks a little bit like Jose Molina, though. So I think
Molina era. Why, Tally, you just got fat shamed. You just got fat shamed out here. Oh, my God.
Molina was a great catcher.
Oh, my God. Molina
was a chunky. He stuck in the major leagues. Joe Madden said he was one of the best framers. Remember, he used to say, you don't need to run to first for me.
Listen, when she looks at me with those puppy dog eyes, even though she's 9 years old.
Yeah. When you get home.
Daddy, can I have a little chicken?
Yeah, you got to do it. When you get home, she's so happy, bro.
Oh, my God. It's crazy. The best dog ever.
What else we got?
Best dog ever.
You got anybody else?
Rick was correcting you. Don't you mean Cy Martinez?
Oh, yes. Nelly. Well, here's the problem.
JP nailed it in spring training.
Listen, Timmy, it was Timmy, I think. We got to give some credit to.
No, Timmy was Tim. I nailed it the other way. I said he was going to be garbage.
Oh, yeah. Timmy
that was a
said
ploy.
After his first 3 or 4 wins, he's like, "Oh, sign Martinez," and you know what? Holy shit! I'm gonna tell you something right now. When you look at his record, and you look at his WHIP, which is at 1.1, I believe, his walk to strikeout ratio is dramatic. This guy, he's a sleeper for the side because I think Sonny Gray is above him. But he's in there. He's in the top 5. He's in my top 5. In fact, my top 5 right now is Slittler, Razz, Martinez, Gray, Cease. Actually, I got Cease 5th. There's just no way you can't. I don't care how many strikeouts he gets. You can't win the Cy Young.
Schlittler.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
He's got 3 more wins.
He's got 3 more wins, but his ERA is on the side of 2.
Yeah.
On the side of 2, not the side of 3. Where your Raz is on the side of 2.95. You're talking, or 2.93, one of the two. Martinez 2.95 and he's 2.93, and then he's at 2.17, dude.
That's legitimate.
That's legit, dude. Yep. So and coming up on 200 strikeouts. That's a tough one. He's held the Yankees together, to be honest with you.
Yes. He's a worthy candidate.
And a workhorse. And he's putting the innings down. So he's at 100 and I think 160 something innings, somewhere thereabouts. So he's a workhorse.
Alejandro says Caden Bonine during September call-ups, maybe that? Because he has been tearing it up at every level of minor leagues.
Up to AAA now.
Yeah, batting average 300 or above. He has 14 homers, 5 and 4 in each level. So there's our pop. I don't think he's ready for it. Now, he did play college ball.
It's too dramatic to call up a catcher and throw him into the fire in October, because it's just so much that they have to learn. You know what I mean? I think
Alejandro's saying more as a pinch hitter, maybe, but he might have to play the field. He's got to have to play the field.
He's going to right. Yeah. So it's tricky, especially because you have Liam Hicks, who's kind of in that duality mode of like, if a tough lefty starting, but you got him. You could use him as a righty pinch hitter any time in the game for anybody in the lineup, other than the tremendous trio.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely gonna get a shot.
So he's gonna get a shot. But hey, listen, he has proved himself. It's rare to have a guy to jump, go A ball, double A, triple A, or I think he jumped A ball, low A ball, high A ball, triple A. God bless him. And then the other kid who's got 24 jacks this year, Isaac.
Xavier Isaac.
Isaac.
He got called up too.
He is a beast.
That's a left-handed power bat.
That's a left-handed power bat. But
I'd like to see him get a call up in September.
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see them both. But you're playing to win in September too. So let's not. Right. This isn't the Cincinnati Reds.
Right.
You can call a bunch of AAA guys and hang in there. So this is legit. But yeah, good mention there. No doubt about it. Those guys are the future.
TB Sports 1212 says, in a playoff series, it's obviously Rasmussen, and then we'll see. Could be Shane, Martinez, and Jax.
I think it'll be Martinez.
Jax has the stuff in the arsenal to pitch well in the playoffs.
Once he comes back from his injury, which is around the corner, Jax Peralta.
He says Jack's over Peralta.
Yeah.
At this point, I would agree. I got to see more from Peralta.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said he's had 3 starts. Each one was abysmal in Colorado. One was meh, and then the last one showed some sparks. So if it continues, you're talking about a guy who has pitched in the playoffs. Not necessarily successfully. He's given up some jacks, but not a whole lot of hits, by the way. If you really scrutinize his playoff losses, it was some untimely homers, not that he got pounded with hits. So he's got filthy stuff. His fastball has so much movement, so much spin rate to it. Get him right. I'd rather hand the ball to him in the playoffs than I would Griffin Jax. I'm sorry. I just have felt and feel that Griffin Jax, with all the great stuff that he has not proven to me that he is, a heightened awareness pitcher yet.
Yeah.
So you got to have.
I agree with that.
If his stuff develops throughout September in the next 4 to 5 starts, 3 to 4 starts, then it's Peralta. If it doesn't, then yeah, hand it to Jax. But really, the equalizer probably is going to be Shane. It's going to be Shane. If Shane's on point and healthy and fine, he can go out there and throw 7. Because they'll give him some room. If he's healthy in the playoffs, they're not going to hold him back. They're holding him back now. So that's key.
All right, Douglas Batista, one of our members, says, JP was surprised that there are no minimum guarantees in the mixed-use project. This is the stadium project, obviously, he's speaking of. However, it looks like the Rays would be responsible for CRA bond debt service if TIF revenues from the mixed use is low. Yes, that's where the clawback comes. The guarantees aren't necessarily now in the building out of the entire $8 billion district.
Yeah.
The guarantees are now built into the more likely and earlier buildings. The rent goes from $1 to $4 million. The TIF district brings in money, not only property taxes but sales taxes as well. So it's just what they've done in the last month. It's gone from a model where all the money comes back to the city and the county in terms of property taxes to a portion of that, but getting more upfront money, and there's a loan that's involved, and also the city and the county are putting in less, and the Rays are putting in more. The Rays are now up to 62% of which I predicted they would get to. So
you always said 60. It started at 50, and we kind of knew that 60.
Because they knew they were going to have to give at the end. And they have given a ton at the end to get this deal done. And rightfully so. But for that reason, I don't think they're going to have anybody vote against it, because the guarantees aren't necessarily like they were in that. They're in other ways. So,
and rightfully so, with the immensity of this project, that you have compromising, moving and shaking with it, that you can kind of, bob and weave a little bit and say, okay, we'll throw more money here to the rent, but then pull it back over here. So that's what's going on. But trust me, and I know they know that. I don't have to tell them. The district is imperative, and it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and it's
why would you not want to?
It's just
develop where you can make a shit ton of money.
It's crazy.
These guys are developers. They're home builders. They're mortgage brokers. They're builders. This is what they do.
Yeah, no doubt.
So somebody's going to give me a free property right in the middle of this real estate market. I'm going to develop.
That's part of the whole thing. I mean, it's just, that's why you're putting that much upfront money towards the stadium, because you got the opportunity for the back end.
Yeah.
So no doubt about that.
Alejandro informs us that I'll be at the celebration party on Friday, boys, when both votes get passed, and I'm going to actually go to the Rays Padres on Friday for a bit, and then head up to the party to hang out for a bit. So I think we'll still be here. Yeah. Well, we'll be here late. I can imagine that. Rick says the only ankles JP broke was the defensive backs trying to tackle him in 5th grade.
Ouch.
Barry JP Sanders. That's true. I was a big back, though. I was 150 pounds in 6th grade, bro. I was a fat kid. And then I'd get all sweated up. They'd try to tackle me. Forget about it. I was the fat Larry Zonka rolling through Park Road.
Yeah.
Football games.
So I saw this clip the other day, because it's football season, so a lot of the, and I'm a Dolphins fan along with a Bucs fan, so some of my algorithms are showing some old school Dolphins footage, and it was the one of Zonka breaking the dude's jaw as he was going out of bounds, and he gave, I forgot who it was. I think it was
Is that Paul Krause for the Vikings? He broke his jaw.
I don't know. I can't remember who it was, dude. But he was going out of bounds, and he just smoked that guy. The guy went flying. And he said they were interviewing Zonka in this little clip. You got to look it up on Instagram. And he goes, and Coach Shula was right down the sideline. He's like, great job, great hit. And then they throw a flag. So Shula's like, roughing, it was on Zonka. It's the only time that a running back got roughing the defensive, and
unsportsmanlike conduct, running over that dude.
And she said that Shula was going crazy because they started calling the 15 yards, and they go, "Why are you going backwards?" And he's going the other way.
Yeah,
and Shula started
on us,
dude. That was Zonka. So you were
man. Remember that? And they played on that poly turf. at the Orange Bowl. It was 150 degrees.
Remember
And
that
it was
shit?
like this little thin carpet. Those guys would get so burned. Oh, it was awful. Hard as a rock.
Yeah, buddy.
God. That's why nobody wanted to come to Miami, play that team on that field.
On that field.
Oh,
bro.
my God. Hell no.
Yeah, buddy.
Rick says, open house. JP will have his bouncer at the door. You non-VIP go stand in the Wawa parking lot. Yeah, damn right. Everybody is welcome, but we're highly encouraging you to be subscribe and become a member.
Yeah.
And it's you get one free membership on YouTube this month, so go ahead and do it. Yeah. Don't cost you nothing. Look at this. Rick came up with this one. Tally Walls. Tally Walls.
Is that a Taylor Wall?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a Tyler Wells. Taylor Walls.
Taylor Walls.
And now a Tally Walls.
Tally Walls.
That's you, girl.
She's
that's you.
Unbelievable defensive player.
Mike H. says Chandler Simpson is a great story. What a ball player.
Yeah, he is a great story.
Yeah. Did you see the Simpsons bat that he had? The Players Weekend?
No, the only one that I paid attention to because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan was Liam Hicks Spider-Man.
That was cool.
It was just super cool.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
I love when they do that stuff.
Yeah. Well, what did Simpson have? Forgot.
The Simpsons.
Oh, he did have the Simpsons. I did
Yeah.
notice that. Not a big Simpsons fan. I mean, I'm not anti-Simpsons. I just not, I wasn't religious.
I used to watch it.
I used to watch it, but Spider-Man.
Then I became a big Family Guy.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin's the best.
Love Family Guy.
Peter Griffin.
Like I like Family Guy more than Simpsons, but yeah, that was cool.
Meet me at the Drunken Clam. Let's go. Let's go have a few beers.
Beer.
Let's go.
Hey, by the way, before you go on, I didn't want to miss this because it's something you guys should pay attention as we got 31 games left in the major leagues. Most teams are right there, 29, 30, 31. There's a guy that's going for a triple crown.
Yes.
And he's a big brown Cuban. And I mean big, 6'5", 250. And that is Jordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. And it's interesting and curious. Not only is he going for the triple crown, obviously he's trying to, I think he's got a long shot for what hasn't been done in forever, which is the triple crown of all major leagues, right? But the last triple crown obviously was Miggy Cabrera, and before that I believe was Yastrzemski back in '67. But here's the catch: the Rays could derail him. You have Jordan Alvarez hitting 320. Oh, by the way, our boy Chandler Simpson is hitting 312 and hot as a firecracker, hotter than any hitter in the major leagues as far as getting hits right now. He's got 36 home runs. He's first in batting average. Chandler's second at 312. First in home runs at 36. Oh, Junior's got 35. Hasn't homered in a few games, but still 35, hot on his heels. He's got, 90 RBIs? Junior's got third at 84 RBIs. Oh, my. The Rays could throw a little monkey wrench on Mr. Jordan Alvarez. One more, which is, I believe, should be a stat, the quadruple crown. Yes. And that is my favorite stat of all, RISP. More important to me than batting average is RISP, is driving in runs. Oh, by the way, RISP, Yandy at 388 and Jordan Alvarez at 387. They're the two best RBI guys with runners in scoring position in all of baseball. What a season that
dude is having.
Dude, favorite swing in a long time. My favorite swing. That left-handed swing of his is so beautiful. It goes Ike to Mike perfectly, full swing, finishes. The balance as he has for a guy that's 6'5", hits lefties as hard as he hits righties. It's glorious.
All right, one more. Somebody asked if it doesn't pass, then what? Disney Rays? No. Well, if this doesn't pass, and for some reason it's because of the property tax vote coming up in November, or
that's one of the things.
The guarantees weren't there, and somebody wants guarantees. I think first of all they'll fix that before the vote comes on Thursday and Friday. It's some type of, again, the guarantees are built in other ways, so I don't think there needs to be a change. But if there does, trust me, they're not letting this thing go down the drain because of that right now. No way that's happening.
They'll figure this thing. They're at the. They're beyond the red zone. They're at the 5-yard line. Who are you handing the ball off to?
Zonka.
The Zonka. I was going to say.
Right behind Larry Little.
Oh, wow. Hall of Famer.
Bob Kuchenberg and Jim Lanier. Right? Or,
just.
Who was the center? The center was.
Cooch was on the other side.
Lanier.
I think
Not Bob Lanier. That was the football. That
football
was the basketball player. Jim Lanier. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I think it is Jim Lanier.
Yeah. Norm Evans, Wayne Moore, that offensive line.
Yeah. Norm Evans. That's a good catch.
Or you could, you know who else was great at short yardage was Jim Kick.
Jim Kick?
Give it to Kick, or you could,
or give it to Mercury.
Yeah, toss sweep to Mercury with Zonka leading the way.
Wow.
Larry Little pulling.
Yes.
It's a bunch of Hall of Famers right there, baby.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I used to do a show with the Merc.
The Merc.
In Miami.
He was the best.
I did a radio show with him for a couple years.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
He was a coach.
Or we could just give it to Mike Allstott and we'd be all right.
Allstott. Yeah.
Let's not forget we had Mikey. So.
Oh, by the way, we didn't touch on this. Somebody brought up Polar Bear. Will lead in home runs. But we had two situations last week that need to be talked about. The Polar Bear situation, the fair foul home run against the Yankees.
Well, before we go into that one, because I have a story with that one, what about the check swing? What the hell happened in that one?
Jackson Holiday's check swing against the Rays.
I have never seen,
against
listen,
Peralta.
40 years, I've never seen a guy check swing be so sure that he actually swung that he starts walking back to the dugout. And then the guy calls it no swing, and he comes back, and he's like, oh, you see Jackson's face? He's like, yeah. No, I didn't swing. Of course I didn't swing.
Yeah, and then Cash gets thrown out.
Like that.
Yeah, like that, because the guys, I screwed up the call, so now I'm going to quick trigger the manager as well.
And it was costly.
Compound my mistake.
It was costly.
Yeah, very costly. Because two batters later, it's Polar Bear goes yard.
Yeah.
For the 5-3 win.
Yes.
At that point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had and that's 4 or 5 game span. Polar Bear had a controversial home run because of the check swing. Boom, he hits one out. Then in the Yankee game, in I believe it was like the 8th inning, 7th or 8th inning, 2-1. He hits one completely. Everybody's seen it. There's been posts about it. He hits one literally over the foul pole, and the way that it came down, because you got to understand, if you've got the foul pole here and the ball goes over it, it's hard for the umpire in the outfield to truly judge it. It could go over and pass on the inside fair and land foul, but if it passed over the pole fair, it's a fair ball. They said no, that it was a foul ball, that it went on that side. But all the videos and stuff kind of showed it going in.
Right.
Big difference in the game. Would have tied the game. Instead, he strikes out a couple pitches later, and the Yankees add a run. They win 3-1. Dude, could be huge later on the end of the season. Both those plays, because it changes games around. Baltimore's trying to scratch and claw to make a wild card spot. Obviously, the Yankees are scratching and clawing to catch up with the Rays. So all those things matter. It's interesting. It was not a time where it mattered, because we ended up with the 93 Marlins, though we didn't finish in last. We finished, we beat out the Mets to second to last in the National League East. But I had a game where against San Francisco Giants, and it was in August of 93, and we were losing by 3. It was like 4-1. I come up against Rod Beck, who that year ended up with, I think, 48 saves. He was nasty splitter, 95, and then a nasty split. Bases loaded, bottom of the 9th at home at Joe Robbie. I hit a ball on a splitter over the foul pole. It must have been 450 feet. And that sucker, I stood at home plate, and I'm watching it with the home plate umpire, the first base, and that sucker went over the foul pole.
Right.
Like that. Foul. They call it foul. Couple pitches later, he throws me a nasty fork. Game over. I strike out.
Go.
There's more. Game ends. Go in. When you're leaving at Joe Robbie, the visiting players, and we're all kind of come out of the same tunnel.
Right.
There's Willie McGee, comes up to me, and he goes, Big O, that ball was so fair, man. He was in right field.
He was in right field?
He was in right field. He goes, that ball was so fair, man. They kind of dogged you. I'm like, damn. But that's, again, such a tricky thing. I think they should add that. What do they have in football where they have, with Don't they use that for the kickers now, or don't they have some sort of
laser?
The laser?
Yeah, that's what Mike H said. Should have a laser shooting up through the foul pole to determine.
I wish I had it. Then,
so many easy
that
ways
would have
to
been
do
so
it.
cool.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
walk not only a walk off, but a walk off grand slam.
Yeah,
to leave them on the field.
Yeah, you could have a camera pointing up inside.
Pointing
the foul
up,
pole.
you would
Either
think
way.
that it's not that complicated.
If
but
it goes
anyway,
to the left, it's fair. If it
the
goes to the right, if it
Alonso
goes
home
right,
run.
yeah.
We'll see how, if it swings for the Yanks.
And that one I could see you kind of missing a little bit live, and you can't. I don't think you can. Can you challenge those things? I don't think you can.
No, well,
because you're not going to see an angle because it's not going to pass in front of the foul pole.
Yeah,
it's just so I don't even know.
When you hit it that far and that high.
Yeah,
that's the tough part because you're kind of going.
You got to kind of be either right underneath the foul pole to see it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. You know, so he went back. So McGee had told me, he goes like, I was back right by the pole, so I saw it.
He had the best view.
He saw it go on the inside of the pole.
Yeah, and it could be an illusion when it hooks around the pole.
Correct.
It ends.
Yeah, it just depends how high you hit it over the pole. Yeah. And both those balls, you know, Lonzo's and mine were cranked, and they were so high over the pole that I could see with an outfield umpire can kind of miss that because he's always generally on the foul side of looking at a home run. You know what I mean? He tries to position himself when the ball's hit like that. They try to position himself, you know, along the line, but he's not all the way to the pole.
You have a Captain Obvious alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Mike H says it's been a long ride for this new stadium. Yes, Mike, it has.
Well, if you count Sternberg's ride,
oh my, yes, of course you have to.
But if you don't, then it's impressive.
Yeah.
What this ownership group has done.
I don't know who it was. Somebody said
they would have completed this in 8 months.
I know. I don't know who it was. Who
9 months.
This. Some really smart guy said, "You know, if you remove Sternberg, we'll get this done really quickly." Who said? Oh, yeah.
Moi.
I did say that.
Toi.
About 5,000 fucking times. At some point, thank you, Commissioner, for finally listening.
That was the needed push.
Yeah, Lonnie Wilkins says, it almost feels like the hurricane shredding the trop was an act of God to shift the direction to where we are today with everything. Dude, even God knows.
He knew.
You can't have a baseball stadium in St. Petersburg. He goes, that's where my children come to die. It's God's waiting room. It's it's not where we have a baseball stadium.
My children come to die.
That's what it's known as. Pinellas County's always
Back
been known
in
as
the
God's
day,
waiting room.
back in the day, there's a lot of young bloods now coming over there. Some new. There's a bunch of.
Just put up that baseball stadium. It's just an eyesore is what it is.
There's some new software kids that are over there and companies that are coming to St. Pete. But back in the day, it was where my children go to die.
Rick said, yes,
classic.
Even God doesn't want baseball in St.
Oh, my God.
Oh, stop
Dude,
it.
You guys are
that.
harsh, man. Harsh.
The county vote, we will meet out front at 8:30 of the county courthouse right there on Kennedy. Can't miss it. Big parking garage right next door.
Listen, and we're going to celebrate these are the days of our lives, bro. The rays of our lives, so...
Lonnie says, "Can Babby salvage Busch Gardens next?"
Hey,
we've already got like $1 billion. Somebody they just announced like $1 billion investment in Busch Gardens. So yeah,
needed.
Everybody's
Much
coming.
needed.
Everybody's building in Tampa, baby.
They're seeing that. Oh, this is
first
going
one
in.
to the concrete wins.
Yeah, thank you. I like it.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right, partner.
One more.
What else?
Give me one more. A good one.
Lonnie says St. Pete would rather have a dog park and tech bros than the Rays. St. Pete feels like the worst kind of young transplants.
Oh, wow.
We're done. We went all guns blazing on St. Pete late in the show.
Harsh.
Jeez, oh, Pete's, what happened there?
There were sliders on the black on St. Pete, brother. Those were some Manny Rodriguez spot.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to throw you a slider. I'm going to tell you it's coming. You're not going to hit it, okay? A slider's coming. Slider. You're not going to hit it, St. Pete. You can't hit it.
Right.
Okay? Listen to me now. Forget about me later. Okay?
All right, my friend.
Hey, buddy.
we're T-minus. The next time I see you,
Hello.
we will have a
Yeah.
new stadium funded.
I'll probably drop by on Thursday and
Okay, yes, please do.
talk
Yeah,
to you a
Thursday
little
you're
bit
going to
about
go.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You're going to be our correspondent.
I am gonna meet me
along
at
with the rest of the
meet me
Petermans.
at the doorsteps, ladies
All right,
and gentlemen. What
there you
time does
go.
it start? 9:30. So I'll be there at 9.
Yeah,
Meet me at the doorstep. Look for a big brown Cuban.
Can't miss him.
Can't miss me.
Can't miss him.
Got big hands.
So I want you to get up there.
I got
When you-
big hands and big feet. You know
when
what
you
that
get up
means?
there to do your
Big shoes and big gloves.
when you get up there at the podium, I want you to look Charlie Miranda dead in the eye
Charlito,
and,
oye.
and in Spanish say, "You."
No, he's gonna go. I knew it was gonna pass anyway because I'm gonna vote no. I vote no for everything.
You say, "Hey,
No to
my
Christmas.
Cuban friend,
No to Thanksgiving.
pull your
no
head
to
out
Halloween.
of your ass and just say yes."
Wow. Imagine Charlie if I caught him early and I go, Charlie, por favor, do it for me, man. Okay, do it for a fellow Cuban.
Brown Cuban.
He goes,
Or if you
damn
don't,
it, Orestes, I'm gonna vote yes, just for you. Charlie
yes.
Miranda.
Why not? Wouldn't that be awesome?
I love Charlie though.
And then somebody else switches his vote, and then that's the string vote. And it
You
passes.
can have
Oh my
political
God.
differences and still love somebody.
That's absolutely true. Just be capable of doing your job. That's all.
Charlie, I'm gonna leave you with one message, baby. Stay tranquilo y tropical and vote yes.